Once upon a time, in the bustling city of Viridian, there lived a man named Mark Thompson. Mark was a mid-level manager in a large corporation, and his days were filled with the relentless demands of his superiors, the pressures of his colleagues, the stress of navigating through congested streets, and the challenges of balancing his family and personal life. Mark felt trapped in an unending cycle of frustration and dissatisfaction. He longed for something more, something that would bring meaning and fulfillment to his existence. Little did he know that his life was about to take an unexpected turn. One night, as Mark lay in bed, exhausted from another taxing day, he slipped into a deep slumber. Suddenly, he found himself in a serene garden, surrounded by blooming flowers and tranquil ponds. Standing before him was a figure emanating a radiant glow, exuding an aura of profound peace and wisdom. It was the enlightened sage. The enlightened sage smiled at Mark and spoke in a gentle voice. "Mark, I have come to guide you on the path to true happiness. I will teach you 3 priceless techniques that will transform your perception of yourself, your world, and your life." In the first dream, the enlightened sage taught Mark to see the world as it is. He encouraged Mark to observe the world without judgment or bias, to embrace both the light and the dark, the virtues and flaws, as integral parts of the interconnected whole. Mark realized that by accepting the world as it truly was, he could find inner peace and embrace the beauty and imperfections of life. In the second dream, the enlightened sage instructed Mark to let go of attachment. Mark learned that his attachment to material possessions, relationships, and even his own beliefs was the source of his suffering. He understood that everything in life was impermanent, and by releasing his grasp on attachments, he could liberate himself from the chains of discontentment and flow with the ever-changing nature of existence. Finally, in the third dream, the enlightened sage taught Mark to act with compassion. Mark discovered that by cultivating kindness and understanding towards himself and others, he could alleviate the suffering he encountered in the world. He realized that his actions, no matter how small, had the power to create a positive impact and spark waves of transformation. As Mark awoke from his dreams, he felt a profound sense of clarity and purpose. The teachings of the enlightened sage had touched his heart and transformed his perspective on life. From that day forward, Mark diligently practiced the 3 priceless techniques in his everyday interactions. He began to see the world with newfound compassion, acknowledging the struggles and joys of those around him. He let go of his anger and frustration, embracing the imperfections and uncertainties of life with grace. And most importantly, he acted with kindness and understanding, extending a helping hand wherever possible. Over time, Mark's transformation became evident to those around him. His colleagues noticed his calm demeanor and sought his guidance during challenging times. His family witnessed the genuine love and care he showered upon them, fostering deeper connections. And in the Viridian community, Mark's acts of compassion inspired others to follow suit, igniting a ripple effect of positive change. Mark realized that his life had taken a profound shift. He had discovered true happiness within himself and had become an emissary of love and compassion in the world. Through the 3 priceless techniques, he had unlocked the key to transforming his own life and the lives of those around him. And so, Mark Thompson became a beacon of hope, reminding others of their own potential for transformation. His story spread far and wide, inspiring countless individuals to embark on their unique journeys of self-discovery and enlightenment. From that day forward, Mark dedicated his life to sharing the teachings he had received from the enlightened sage, helping others find their own paths to happiness and awakening. And in his heart, he carried eternal gratitude for the priceless bestow that had forever changed his life. Mark Thompson's newfound purpose ignited a flame within him, and he felt a deep calling to spread the wisdom he had acquired from the enlightened sage. With unwavering determination, he embarked on a journey to share the 3 priceless techniques with as many people as possible. Mark organized gatherings in Viridian's parks, inviting anyone who sought a path to happiness and fulfillment. People from all walks of life attended, drawn by the stories of Mark's own transformation and the promise of a brighter future. In these gatherings, Mark passionately explained the first technique, see the world as it is. He encouraged everyone to open their hearts and minds, to let go of preconceived notions and judgments. Through guided meditations and reflective exercises, he helped participants cultivate a new perspective, one that embraced the inherent beauty and interconnectedness of all things. The impact of these gatherings rippled through the city. People began to see the world with fresh eyes, appreciating the beauty in everyday moments and finding compassion for those they had previously dismissed. Kindness and understanding spread, transforming not only individual lives but also the very fabric of the community. As Mark continued his mission, he encountered many individuals who struggled with attachment, the second priceless technique. Some held tightly to material possessions, seeking happiness in external acquisitions. Others clung to relationships that no longer served them, fearing the discomfort of letting go. Mark empathized with their challenges and patiently shared his own experiences, guiding them toward a path of liberation. He organized workshops and group discussions, providing a safe space for individuals to explore their attachments and fears. Through introspective exercises, they learned to loosen their grip on possessions, embracing the freedom that comes with detaching from material wealth. They also discovered the courage to release toxic relationships, making room for healthier connections and personal growth. Viridian began to witness a transformation in collective consciousness. The people became less fixated on superficial gains and more focused on nurturing meaningful relationships and inner well-being. The community thrived as individuals found contentment within themselves and fostered a spirit of support and collaboration. The third priceless technique, acting with compassion, became the cornerstone of Mark's mission. He believed that true happiness could only be achieved when one's actions aligned with kindness and empathy. He encouraged Viridian's residents to engage in acts of service, both big and small, to alleviate suffering and make a positive impact in the lives of others. Mark initiated volunteer projects, partnering with local organizations to address social issues such as homelessness, poverty, and environmental conservation. The citizens of Viridian eagerly joined these endeavors, embodying the spirit of compassion that had blossomed within their hearts. Together, they created a profound impact, bringing hope and support to those who needed it most. News of Viridian's transformation spread far and wide. Other communities became inspired by the remarkable changes taking place in the city. Mark received invitations to speak at conferences, sharing his wisdom and experiences with audiences eager to learn and apply the priceless techniques in their own lives. Mark's influence extended beyond the city's borders, becoming a catalyst for a global movement of compassion, self-reflection, and personal transformation. He collaborated with like-minded individuals, forming networks dedicated to nurturing kindness and wisdom worldwide. Years passed, and Viridian became known as a beacon of light, a city where the three priceless techniques had ignited a revolution of the human spirit. The once tired streets now buzzed with joy and understanding. People treated one another with respect and kindness, forming a tightly knit community that embraced the diversity and interconnectedness of all its members. Through the teachings of Mark Thompson, the priceless Bado had become a guiding force for countless individuals seeking meaning and fulfillment. The legacy of the enlightened sage lived on through the transformed lives of those touched by the three priceless techniques. And so, the story of Mark Thompson and the city of Viridian stands as a testament to the profound impact that one individual, armed with wisdom and compassion, can have on the world. It reminds us all that within our own hearts lies the power to create change, to cultivate happiness, and to transform the world around us.